Cat for the first to bound out. Gold Icon commenced well as they jumped the first one, and they were being followed then by Valino and Gamalama dropping back along the inside of Regis Pointer. East in behind them, that is Granville at the second hurdle, and they were being closely attended there by Kentucky Flyer. Uncle Andy getting back to third last, followed by Vespa Favour, and Ski Boots has dropped out to last. Down past the 1,000 metre mark in the first lap, and Kentucky Wildcat was the leader at the third hurdle. He cleared that one about 2.5 lengths to Tinwall Gold. 2 lengths to Gold Icon on the inside of Gamalama. 2 further away, Valino, followed by Regis Point, the rail. East in behind them now is Kentucky Flyer. 4 lengths away, Granville being followed by Uncle Andy over the next hurdle. And a good long gap in the field, Vespa Favour, who's second last, and last of all is Ski Boots. Down the side near the 600 in the first lap still. And Kentucky Wildcat was the pacemaker. Led about 5 lengths to Tinwall Gold under a tight rein second. Half a length away, Gamalama. 4 lengths to Gold Icon. 1.5 lengths, Valino, followed by Regis Pointer. Uncle Andy is next, then Vespa Favour being followed by Kentucky Flyer. Ski Boots was second last, and tailing out to last is Granville. Round the turn they come, and they face up to the first of 2 hurdles in this section of the track. And the leader, Kentucky Wildcat, is going okay in the leader. Led about 2.5 lengths to Tinwall Gold, and 1.5 lengths further back then Gamalama, followed by Gold Icon, Valino and Regis Point, the grey one off the fence. A couple of lengths away, Uncle Andy, and then came Vespa Favour and Kentucky Flyer. The hurdle near the judges' box, a lap to go, and the leader still Kentucky Wildcat, 4 lengths ahead of Tinwall Gold, who's going very well, that second horse. As they go out of the straight, 3 lengths to Gamalama, 1.5 lengths further back to Gold Icon, followed by Regis Point in behind them, Uncle Andy, and then Vespa Favour, followed by Valino and Kentucky Flyer, Ski Boots, and last of all Granville. Over the next jump now, and at this one it was Kentucky Wildcat, still about 3 lengths in advance of Tinwall Gold. A similar gap to Gamalama being scrubbed up at that point, followed closely by Regis Point, Uncle Andy, and then came Vespa Favour, there followed by Gold Icon from Valino. Next then over on the inside is Kentucky Flyer. Second last is Ski Boots, and Granville still last of all. Around the back they've got 1,100 metres to go, and the leader Kentucky Wildcat about 3 lengths to Tinwall Gold coming up to the next hurdle. That pair have drawn away by 6 lengths in advance now of Regis Point starting to run on, and so is Uncle Andy, who's made up plenty of ground. Then Gamalama starting to weaken, and they're followed by Vespa Favour at the next hurdle. And Kentucky Wildcat is over that one safely. Tinwall Gold didn't jump at all that well. And Kentucky Wildcat about 3 lengths to Tinwall Gold as they come up to the 800. 5 or 6 lengths away, Uncle Andy, followed by Regis Point and Vespa Favour. Coming up to this next hurdle, and Kentucky Wildcat still out by 1.5 lengths. Tinwall Gold now given full rein, and he's moving up on the outside of this leader, Tinwall Gold. It looks to be travelling better at the 600. Tinwall Gold has moved up on the outside to put his head in front of Kentucky Wildcat, who's battling on. They're about 4 lengths to Uncle Andy, and Vespa Favour running on well, and Regis Point back behind them as they make the home turn. 400 to go. Tinwall Gold just in advance of Kentucky Wildcat, Uncle Andy, and Vespa Favour making up a ton of ground. He's coming into the picture as they straighten up, and then Regis Point. 1 hurdle left to jump, and the leader to it is Tinwall Gold by a couple of lengths in advance of Vespa Favour. On the inside then is Kentucky Wildcat, is battling on pretty well, and Uncle Andy getting a run through in the centre. It's on the inside now. Uncle Andy coming after Tinwall Gold is still in front. He's holding his position, Tinwall Gold. He'll be too good. And Tinwall Gold in the run home has won it. About 1.5 lengths to Uncle Andy with Vespa Favour third. Then Kentucky Wildcat followed by Regis Point. 15 lengths away, Valino. Granville behind them, and they're followed by Kentucky Flyer, Gamalama, Ski Boots, and last of all, Gold Icon. And they've all completed the course in the first event here at Cranbourne, the maiden, the April restricted hurdle. And the winner...
Wider out, they're racing now, and one of the best to go, Midnight Pumpkin, and going out well at Backseal, and right along the inside, Lady Anarchy showing plenty of speed, and it's going to lead them early, Lady Anarchy, and draws out about 2 lengths. Top Comedian getting up on the inside with Dance Bobby Dance, and My Little Hula makes ground further out. They're followed then by Midnight Pumpkin and a Backseal, and getting back in the field now was Selena Lady and Pretty Pose, and they're followed then over on the inside by Prospect. He's got a fair way back in the field. Well back as Raffin Dash, and Magic Swing is last of all. Heading up the side at the 500, and Lady Anarchy went to a clear lead by a length on My Little Hula second, getting through third. Top Comedian, they've got away about 2.5 Prospect. He's made ground along the fence to top weight, and then a Backseal, Midnight Pumpkin, Dance Bobby Dance, and well back in the field is Pretty Pose and Raffin Dash and Selena Lady around the turn, and on the outside My Little Hula comes at Lady Anarchy now and hit the lead, but Top Comedian comes at the pair of them, and now Prospect winding up on the outside. Top Comedian went to the lead from My My Little Hula. Prospect further out, but Top Comedian in front from My Little Hula, and it's too good for them. Top Comedian by a length and a half. My Little Hula, and Prospect was very deep. He's got up for third. They're followed in close up by Pretty Pose. A break then to Dance Bobby Dance. Lady Anarchy weakened after showing plenty of pace, and then Pretty Pose. Behind those then in the field came Selena Lady in company with Abaxial, Raffin Dash and Midnight Pumpkin, and Magic Swing would be last to finish. Winner of the first event of the day, number 2, Top Comedian, ridden by...
There's the light. Away they go, and first to move out was Marbles of Micah. Party Talk got out very fast, and so also towards the outside, showing speed, Double Courage. And they were being followed by Uplands Bay, and behind them on the inside there was Empress Way. A bit further back than is Lake Lefroy, is being hunted up early, not responding at the moment. The favourite being hard ridden as they come up the side at the 650 metre marker, where Party Talk is a clear leader by a length and a half. Double Courage on the outside of Marbles and Micah. Buy Me Bananas. They're followed by Uplands Bay, 2 lengths away now, making ground is Lake Lefroy, followed by Empress Way. Subliminals a long way back, and they're followed by Papal's Prospect, and back behind them then is Ladder Abbey as they round the home turn, where this one has skipped right away. Party Talk on the turn, 300 to go, is out full of running and straightened up with a big leader. It's Party Talk about 4 lengths in advance. In second place, Marbles of Micah, Buy Me Bananas. Lake Lefroy starting to run on with the races all over, but Party Talk with a big break halfway down the running. Ryder Stella look over the shoulder. It's getting pretty tired. Party Talk, they're starting to get to it. Lake Lefroy is flying on the outside. It's gobbling them up. Lake Lefroy in the last stride. Lake Lefroy in the last stride from Marbles of Micah. Subliminal might have been third, or on the inside Party Talk, which fell in a heap on the line. And they were followed home next then by Uplands Bay. Then Lord Zappa, followed by Double Courage, and behind them Mr. Cross, followed by Empress Way. And one of the last to finish in the event there. And well back would be Ladder Abbey. Stand by for play.
70 for the second pick, Lord Yates. Now, starter hasn't gone onto his stand yet. There's still trouble with this one wider out. Raspberry Road has gone in. He looks happy with them now, the starter. He comes to his stand and they're all set. Ready to go now. Race 2. Soon be away. They're racing. And High Distinction, the favourite, left well in the middle, but can't muster the early speed to lead. Wider out, getting away well, was Weather Girl, looking for the front, and along the inside class, going with it now in the early part was Crafty Illusion, and Earthquest has gone fast too, and Earthquest led Crafty Illusion and Weather Girl, and High Distinction drops in on the pace to be fourth, a length of Pagan Soir on Raspberry Road. Then Lord Yates and Get Me Out, a gap of a couple of lengths away then in the field to Marmaneur, and they're followed then after a length by Tight Watt, who's back third last, about 3 or 4 to Little Cherie, who's last of all, and back with it My Ambler on the side at the 500, and Earthquest is the leader by only a head. Weather Girl, a length to Class Distinction on the rail, getting a good run from Pagan Soir. Losing ground is Crafty Illusion, and they're followed by Get Me Out. At the head of the others then was Raspberry Road deep, and behind those was Little Cherie in the straight, and Earthquest on the inside, joined by Class Distinction now. It goes past it. Weather Girl can't go on from Pagan Soir, and then Lord Yates, but it's all the favourite. Class Distinction has raced right away. It's got them beaten, and coming right on with it, High Distinction wins it by 4 lengths to Lord Yates. Pagan Soir third, then Tight Wad, Get Me Out, a gap to Earthquest, then Weather Girl, followed by Raspberry Road. Little Cherie well back in the field, so too was My Amber, and the last to arrive was Crafty Illusion.
Racing now, Black Style got the best of it in the end and burst straight to the lead. Mr. Duncan showing plenty of speed. Vain Habits and Showgate going fast shortly after the start. Now Initial Ruler getting up into a good spot, and there's one taking off around the field. It's Astral Dancer. The Outlaw Kid running about 6th as they settle down with the Chinchilla Kid on the outside. Paisley Prince, Cindy Jane getting back with Narish Keena, Me and You, and dropping to the rear of the field is Brush Hand coming down the side. They've got 650 metres to go. Astral Dancer the inside, and Black Style, they're going stride for stride. Going up quickly, the Chinchilla Kid on the outside. The Outlaw Kid is running fourth. He's outside of Vain Habits and Showgate, who just dropped back a little bit on the inside there. Mr. Duncan picking up ground. Then Paisley Prince, Cindy Jane, Narish Keena, Initial Ruler. Well back is Brush Hand and Me and You. As they straighten up now, they've got 250 metres to go. Black Style shot away to lead clearly on the Chinchilla Kid in second place. Followed then by Vain Habits, who's under the whip. Mr. Duncan next on the outside. But Black Style is nicely clear with 100 metres to go, and he's He's all set to score. Black Style about 3 lengths in front of the Chinchilla Kid. Nourish Keener running on at the end, but Black Style wins by 5 lengths. Nourish Keener or the Chinchilla Kid in a photo second and third, followed by Vain Habits. Next time was Mr. Duncan. Well back in the field, Showgate Cindy Jane. Further back then, Initial Ruler with Astral Dancer, Brush Hand, Me and You, and then Paisley, Prince of the Outlaw Kid. Black Style the winner, and has won easily at the end, spearing away from them to win by 4 or 5 lengths.
Reproduces his Mornington form. He'll be hard to beat. There's one around the front of the stalls at the moment. Gerald, ready to run. Soon have them on their way. Our Lady of War settling in her position. Incompatible on the outside of the line. Our pre-sale is a grey engaged here, trained by Eddie Ling. Look to be set. Vesper Moss makes a good line. So still some trouble apparently with one towards the outside. Villain of Peace standing in. Well, now they're set and off they go. And over on the outside, Incompatible, one of the first out for Senior Dom, who commenced well with Lady of War away quickly and showing speed. Villain of Peace and Black Rouge on the inside, and the yellow colours is just behind them as they settle. And Princess Morella a bit further back, followed by Temporizer. And they were being followed closely in the field then over on the outside by Our Preso, who's a fair way back with Scarlet Ribbons. On settling down, coming up towards the 600-metre mark now and going fast. Senior Dom takes the leader. Led about a length in advance of Black Rouge. A length away is Incompatible. Over on the inside, Princess Morella. They were being followed next then at the head of the others by Villain of Peace and Temporize on the outside, and a good long gap to Scarlet Ribbons. And further back then at the head of the others as they make the home turn is Lady of War. Black Rouge has raced up on the outside to hit the front here from Senior Dom, who's battling on well. They're well out in front of Temporize, who's running on strongly behind them. And back behind them then is Villain of Peace as they come down with 100 metres left to go. We're over on the outside. Temporize has moved up to hit the front, and Temporize is drawing on for a good win. Temporize has won it nicely at the finish by over a length to Senior Dom. Black Rouge is third, then Villain of Peace, and they were followed by Our Pre-Sower, Incompatible, followed by Princess Morella, then Arch Spy and Scarlet Ribbons behind them, followed by Major Delight, who's well back with Lady of War, and last of all is Vesper Moss. Good performance by Temporize.
Coming around the front of the stalls, and we'll have them away shortly. Racing. Night to Remember out wide, got away quickly, and so did Mighty Prim, and going out with them too was Wolfgram, but can't get over. Running Star's gone away quickly along the inside and is going with them with Raj's Affair, and Sunbrother was just behind them early. They're followed then by Lone Ravener back on the inside, a gap in the field then to Tinny Penny. Vain Blossom was getting well back in the field, dropping out to be second last early was Apollo Eagle, and last of all is Raiderette, properly into stride at the 750 now, and Vain Blossom has got right through on the inside of Mighty Prim and has its head in front there, a length and a half. Raj's Affair third inside, Running Star and Sunbrother 3 wide, a length alone Ravener, and close up then McFly. A good break of about 3 to see Talisman, Night to Remember, and getting back on the inside then losing ground was Tinny Penny. Getting around it was Wolfgram, but wide from Single Strand, a couple of lengths away as Apollo Eagle. Second last on the turn then was a long way out of it Iskander, and 2 lengths off last Raiderette. Around the turn and Mighty Prim raced up now to Vain Blossom, has gone past it. On the outside, Running Star putting in a run. Behind those then further out is Wolfgram putting in a fair run too. Raj's Affair under the whip next, but on the outside Running Star drew to the lead from Mighty Prim. Wolfgram's running home late, but it's going to be too late, and Running Star wins. Running Star by 3/4 of a length to Wolfgram. McFly's got third from Lone Ravener, getting home well along the rail. Mighty Prim weakened from Sea Talisman, Apollo Eagle there, followed by Raj's Affair, Sunbrother. Further back was Raiderette and Vain Blossom, who weakened Iskander and Single Strand. A long way back, Raiderette and Tinny Penny, one of the last to arrive.
He's holding them. Now they're off. Love Fever near the inside hesitated just slightly. Mango Muncher began brilliantly. Swift Zing, Miss Mephisto showing pace. Going fast to his Crown Show, and Elusive Galaxy is handy with Harkham Deed. Drifting back is Superior Roman. Midfield, racing on the outside of Love Fever, Diggers Brood Drama Series. And Travelling Jack immediately drops out last. 750 metres to go. Mango Muncher's the leader, a neck in front of Crown Show. 2 lengths away third, Harkham Deed, and a length away fourth, Elusive Galaxy on the inside of Swift Zing, then Miss Mephisto. One picking up a little bit bit of ground is Superior Roman on the outside. Love Fever in the centre. One in a little bit of trouble there. Digger's Brood just seemed to strike the heels of Miss Mephisto, and Travelling Jack is last of all. On the home turn, 400 metres out, Mango Muncher straightens up a length on Crown Show. Swivzing to the outside, running on. Then Elusive Galaxy, Love Fever over on the inside and pulled out wide. Travelling Jack and Superior Roman. Mango Muncher's the leader. He got away from them. He's 3 lengths in front of Swivzing, followed by Digger's Brood, now starting to make up a little bit of ground, but the favourite is Home and Host, and Mango Muncher punched out with the whip, scores well. Mango Muncher first, Swivzing second, Digger's Brood third, then Superior Roman, Crown Show, Elusive Galaxy, then Travelling Jack, Drama Series. The next one home, Miss Mephisto, then Love Fever, and Harkham Deed last over the line. Winner of the race is Mango Muncher.
And they're off now. And over on the outside, Graceland, one of the first out was Satin Serenade, followed by Mystere, who began well and Restrained was away quickly. And over on the inside, Street Runner Prominent just in behind them, and going forward quickly is Barking Fox, and up in that leading group also is Sir. On settling down, and Sir goes to the front by a half length to Barking Fox at the 1,000, a length and a half. Street Runner on the inside of Mystere, Strike Talker. Then Restrained, who's about 3 off the rail. I think further back is Golden Blush, and they're followed by Satin Serenade. A gap to Florina Rose, followed next over on the inside by Marriage Contract, and then Vain Kid. Well back is Young Rastus over on the inside of Grey Saint, and tailed off is J.S. Rye. Coming up towards the 650-metre point, and Sir doing it well, leads by a length and a half in advance of Street Runner. Close up on the outside, Barking Fox, Restrained, making ground is now fourth, a length to Golden Blush on the inside. Then came Strike Talk, followed by Mystique. Grey Saint is right around the outside, Florina Rose, Satin Serenade. Vain Kid back behind them as they make the home turn. Marriage Contract, followed by Young Rastus and J.S. Rye. They're rounding the home turn, and Barking Fox had moved up on the outside to take the lead at the top of the straight. Golden Blush in hot pursuit, and down the outside Restrained. But Barking Fox is the leader, tackled by Golden Blush, is coming at it strongly in the final stages. Golden Blush has taken the lead. Barking Fox ducking back to the inside, but Golden Blush in front, close to home. And Golden Blush is racing home to win it nicely. Golden Blush is first, Barking Fox is second, tight for third. Vain Kid flashed home on the outside in a photo with Restrained, and right on their heels J.S. Rye. That was a big run coming from last on the turn. And then came Grey Saint, followed next home by Satin Serenade. Then Street Runner behind the Marriage Contract, followed next home by Sir, Young Rastus, Mystere, then Florina Rose, and last is Strike Talk. Number 12, Golden Blush.
Here because it was tote favourite at 320. They're off and racing now. Beyond Price, White Outers won the start. Glendior and Prince Nyassa have begun smartly, and going up quickly, Street Lass, and on the inside, Simply Ours, and going with them, Alpine Red. Then Oriental Balance, and behind those was Son of Edelweiss, Our Tycoon. In behind those runners then getting back in the field was Singing Sands, a break of about 3 or 4 to Mad Clown. Old Lang Syne second last, and a clear last early is Undaunted Warrior going to the 700. Alpine Red got up on the inside to share the lead here with Simply Ours, and 3 wide Glendior. A length of Prince Nyassa on the inside, a Street Lass White, and Son of Edelweiss the centre. 2 to Oriental Balance inside, Beyond Price, and Our Tycoon, then Singing Sands, Mad Clown. Old Lang Syne next to last, and 3 or 4 lengths ridden hard at the tail, Undaunted Warrior. Glendor went fast and went past Alpine Red. Son of Edelweiss joining in on the outside, then Alpine getting up on the fence, Prince Nyassa coming into it. Simply Ours lost ground with Alpine Red, and then Oriental Balance, Street Lass next, and Our Tycoon and Beyond Price were next. Glendior led. Prince Nyassa's got up on the rail. Son of Edelweiss third is struggling, and then Our Tycoon. Glendior and Prince Nyassa come away. Prince Nyassa on the inside doing better than Glendior. It's going to get up, and Prince Nyassa's won it ahead to Glendior. 3 lengths away third might be Son of Edelweiss from Our Tycoon in a photo, then Singing Sand, Street Lass, Beyond Price next, and then Old Lang Syne, Undaunted Warrior and Oriental Balance. Well back was Mad Crown, Alpine Red, Wiegand, and Simply Ours last to arrive. Judge calls on the photo here, Prince Nyassa.
Lines better. Racing, Martian Steel and Pictane near the inside got the best of it. Rocket to Fame fast away, and Imperial Showman showing speed. Maul began okay, rushing up towards the leaders. Slip it check in a handy posse shortly after the start. Then Lion Blue, Windy Jewel, Texas County, Grey Toga, Indorata High, trapped a little wide in the early part, Showblazer. Renison is next. He's getting back in the field just behind Indorata High. Then McGarry and Magnum is last of all, sweeping into the back, 1,200 metres out. Pictane is the leader, a length in front. Maul second, crossing over from the wide alley. A length away third, Imperial Showman, then Rocket to Fame, followed by Slip It Check. Further back in the field, then came Lion Blue racing on the outside of Martian Steel, and one picking up a bit of ground out wide is Showblazer, then Texas County. Grey Toga's next on the inside with San Marino, Windy Jewel, then Renison. Indorata High a fair way back with Magnum, and McGarry is last of all.
800 metres out. Pictane shows the way. Pictane is a half length in front. Maul is second and Slipper Check hard ridden in third place. Imperial Showman fourth on the rails, then Rocket to Fame. Showblazer picking up ground, then Martian Steel. Texas County, Line Blue, Indorado High, Magnum, San Marino. Well back as they come down the side, Great Toga with Renison and Windy Jewel. They approach the home turn, 450 metres out. Pictane and Moore there locked together as they straighten up. In third place is Slipper Check, hard ridden. Showblazer coming into it on the outside. Imperial Showman next, and then Rocket to Fame. Line Blue has switched out. White McGarry running on fairly well. Renison still giving them a long start. They've got 200 metres to go. Moore moved up on the outside of Pictane. Imperial Showman through on the rails. Showblazer the outside. Slipper Check is still there, and they're clear of Rocket to Fame. Here's a bit of a go. 5 of them stretched across the track. Imperial Showman through on the inside. He grabbed them and beat them. Imperial Showman beat Pictane. Photo finish for third. Showblazer is in a photo there with Slipper Check, who stuck on very well because he was under pressure 800 metres out. Next in San Marino with Renison. Further back was Line Blue, Texas County, Great Toga, Martian Steel. Then McGarry, Rocket to Fame pulled up quickly after going over the line. Maul pulled up pretty quickly. Windy Jewel was well back. Magnum and into Ota High. Winner of the race, Imperial Showman. Well, at least I think he won it.
Smog Alert makes a good line. Nosser standing up well. Nosser likes to run along in his races. He's drawn barrier 3. Standing in well, Honlero. Stateless makes a good line. Plush Hero, they're off and running, and Plush Hero was first to begin towards the outside from Takanoa. Cycle Man was away nicely and going straight to the front over on the outside there. Going up quickly behind them is Quality Rock, and they were being followed by Vespa Cool, who's dropping back, and Freneur pushing up on the inside, settling into Strider. Stateless, one of the leaders here with a Paker Fair. Cycle Man is caught deeper, and they were being followed closely over on the inside by Honlero, a length and a half to Rembrandt-esque, and a bit further back in the field then is Smog Alerta. Out 3 deep is Quality Rock, followed by Freneur on the inside of Takanoa. Vespa Cool back behind them, followed by Starry Myth. Nosser's second last. He's got back to second last, the favourite. And last of all is Yerak Lass as they come up towards the 700 metre pointer. And now going to the front, Cycle Man, a half length to Stateless. In third place, Quality Rock, followed by Opaque Fair. Smog Alert behind them. Rembrandt-esque is going around the outside. Plush Hero deeper on the tracker. And so is Takano, a length and a half. Nosser's making ground. And they're followed by Starry Myth and Freneur as they make the home turn with about 300 to go, where Cycle Man is the leader in the prominent white blinkers. He'll lead them into the straight by a length and a half in advance here of Opaque Fair. Stateless over on the inside, and Takano and Nosser's coming down the outside. Cycle Man is the leader. Opaque Fair getting up on the inside. Takano and Nosser starting to fly down the outside. It's now Cycle Man tackled by Takano, who hit the front close to home from Nosser. Takano in front. Takano will get the money. Takano has won it tight for second and third, Nosser or Cycle Man. And they're followed by Opaque Fair, then Vespa Caller, followed by Smog Alert and Freneur. A long gap to Stateless, followed next home by Plush Hero. And then came Yerak Lass well back there with Rembrandt-esque, and one of the last home Quality Rock back in company with Honlero. Starry Myth also a long way back.
Of course, Paul, Doug and Martin from the Allendale Hospital. They're a nursing home in the Hunter Valley, and they're very good supporters of Sky Channel as they are there at the Australia Hotel. Cherie and Vicky, hello to you, and I hope that you look after Kerry Buckridge. I'm sure you will, or he'll look after you, one of the two. Here's Kevin.
Race 5. Set. Racing. And Rougemont near the inside got away quickly with Shifaro, and being ridden out too with a whip over Die to go with him. Loose Cannon was handy from Spirito, and Forever Ready coming up out wide. In behind those Rougemonts on the rail. Shifaro not too far away from Cashel Palace and Picnic Lunch, and they're followed by Kate Ladom getting back with Rastar. Darjid back about third last in the field now with Moorbank, and dropping out to the tail of the field is Spirit of Camelot. Racing over the back now with about 1,200 metres left to go, and this leader Forever Ready raced away about 5 lengths. Spirito, 2 to Loose Cannon, Cashel Palace the outside, 2 to Rougemont, and then over Die a length away is Shifaro, Kate Ladom the rail from Picnic Lunch and Rastar. Then Just Bells well back as Moorbank in company with Darjit, and Spirit of Camelot was last of all. Going past the 800, and Forever Ready's got a big lead, about 4 or 5 lengths. Spirito, 2.5, Cashel Palace, Loose Cannon ridden along on the rail, 2 away, then over Die and Rougemont on the rail from Kate Ladom, Shifaro and Picnic Lunch, and then Rastar Star, Moorbank, well back in the field, Dargid, Spirit of Camelot, and back at the tail, Just Bells, coming up the side at the 450, and the leader Forever Ready coming back to them a bit, leads about 2 lengths, Spirito, 2 to Cashel Palace, and then Loose Cannon on the rail, Overdie the outside, a gap the Rougemont, Picnic Lunch, Kate Ladom, Spirit of Camelot making ground, and then Moorbank and Rastar from Shivaro and Dargid, homeward bound, he goes for the whip on Forever Ready, Spirito looks the immediate danger, 2 to Cashel Palace, Kate Ladom, and Spirit of Camelot right down the outside. Spirito went to the lead at the 100 though. Kate Ladom giving chase. Spirit of Camelot wider out and through the middle. Overdie. Spirito in front. Overdie driving at it, but Spirito wins. Spirito a half length Overdie. Third is close. Kate Ladom, Spirit of Camelot and Moorbank flashed up out wide. Then Rastar, Rougemont on the rail from Forever Ready. Behind those then came Cashel Palace, a gap on the field. Picnic Lunch, Shivaro and Loose Cannon. And one of the last to arrive is Just Bells.
Racing now. Lord Borelli hesitated slightly near the inside. Daring Idea got the best of it. Grand Spirits are showing plenty of dash, driving through in the centre. Handsome Lover with them, and there goes Rollover Home going quickly on the outside. Charmsin beating up along the rails, and Nawake is in that bunch as well. It's a bit of a go for the lead. Al's Best just behind them, followed by Lependi Jack. Now drifting back is Lord Borelli in company with Dance All Night and Lee's Ruler last of all. Coming down the side, 650 metres out. 3 of them going hard for the lead. Moving through in the middle, Handsome Lover shows out narrowly on Rollover Home and Grand Spirits. Nawake is going up to make a line of 4. Al's Best is a length away 5th, followed by Charmsin on the inside of Daring Idea, then Dance All Night, Lependi Jack, then Lord Borelli and Lee's Ruler straightening up. Handsome Lover one away from the rails, a touch in front, tackled immediately by Rollover Home 3 deep, and Grand Spirits is kicking hard near the inside. Nawake going to them 4 wide, and now Lependi Jack is coming into it. Nawake has moved up on the outside of Rollover Home. Lependi Jack is going to be the danger. Lependi Jack coming after them. Rollover Home, Nawake and Lependi Jack, they hit it. It's very close. Rollover Home the inside of Nawake. Only a touch between the pair of them. Lependi Jack third. Al's Best fourth. Then Lee's Ruler, who made up plenty of ground. Grand Spirit next, followed in by Handsome Lover, Charmsin, Lord Borelli, Dance All Night and Daring Idea. Photo finish.
Lord Lonsdale, My Court Jewel, Gonda Bell, stand up well, Skamar. And they're off to a good start too, and Can Stafford on the inside was one of the first to jump out from Molson. And beginning well just behind them, Lothario is prominent, and over on the outside, going up quickly is Gonda Bell into a handy position. They were being followed by Rough Nut, and further back is Skamar, and down the outside is Peter Bird. Coming down the straight the first time, and Lothario dashed to the leader. And Lothario about 2.5 lengths to Molson. Over on the outside, Rough Nut followed by Can Stafford and Skamar. Looking for a posse just in behind them, Gonda Bell, and they're followed closely by Crespin Planet. A length further back then. At the head of the others came Peter Bird, followed by Top Innings, who's back along the inside of My Court Jeweller. And they were followed closely then over on the outside by Boston Bay, who's a fair way back in the field, followed by Lord Lonsdale. And last of all, dropping out there now is Tornice. They go around the back of the track here, and Lothario is the leader. Lothario showing out by 2 lengths in advance here of Molson, second, a length to Rough Nutter. They're followed by Can Stafford a bit further back in the field then. Bon Jovi making up some ground as they run along the back section with about 1,100 metres left to go. And Lothario making every post a winner, led 4 lengths to Molson, a length to Rough Nutter. They're followed by Gonda Bell a bit further back. Can Stafford on the inside of Skamar. Making ground around them, Bon Jovi, Peter Bird, followed by Crespin Planet, who's being hunted up, and Top Innings is back behind them. And a good long gap to My Court Jewel, who's over on the inside, and further away in the field then Lord Lonsdale, followed by Tornice, and last of all Boston Bay, hard ridden down the side. 650 metres left to go. Lothario by 2 lengths to Molson. Rough Nut third, Gonda Bell. There goes Skamar around the outside, and Bon Jovi around them, making up some ground. At the head of the others came Peter Bird, Count Stafford, followed by My Court Jewel, and hard ridden next is Top Innings as they round the home turn. Lothario about to be tackled here by Molson. Skamar is joining in, then Gonda Bell, and they were followed then by Bon Jovi, and further back is Lord Lonsdale as they make the home turn. Molson raced up on the outside to hit the front of the top of the straight and kicked away by a length and a half to Skamar, who's under a ton of pressure. Gonda Bell is next, and they're followed by Lothario, but Molson is nicely clear with 100 metres left to go. Is holding Gonda Bell at the moment, and Skamar can't go on, but Molson, ridden for dear life, is still in front. It'll be too good, Molson, and Molson drew away to score by a length and a half Gonda Bell. Skamar is third, and they were followed next home by Peter Bird, then Lothario and My Court Jewel, Tornice, followed by Lord Lonsdale, Bon Jovi, and a long way back in the field behind them, Crespin Planet, followed by Count Stafford and Boston Bay, and one of the last to finish is Rough Nut. Winner of... Off now. And on the inside, striking colours, the first to begin with Mr. Comfortable and Y1 Go Red. And over in the centre, going up towards the lead, Irish Grace, and deeper on the track is Cara Karam, followed by Copperware. Close up behind them, then came further back there Sibelius as they come down the straight, Stentorian, Gallicus, and over on the insider is Cross the Floor, followed next on the outside by Paxonet, passing the Judger, and here's a keen tussle for the lead. Cara Karam on the outside and Irish Grace share it, about a length clear of Y1 Go Red pushing up in the centre to push Cara Karam 3 deep out of the straighter. Close up behind them, striking colours, a couple of lengths away, Mr. Comfortable, followed by Cross the Floor, Sibelius. Out 3 deep is Copperware, followed by Paxonet on the inside of Gallicus, a length and a half then. Further away in the field came Dinsky, and they were being followed by Don Rapier on the inside of Stentorian. Studebaker was second last, and last of all is Frano. Round the back past the 1200, and Y1 Go Red on the outside goes to the front by a neck in advance of Irish Grace, a length and a half to Cara Karam. Half a length away the fences, striking colours, followed by Mr. Comfortable, Sibelius, and Cross the Floor. Centre field then is Gallicus, a half length away is Copperware, who's never been on the track, followed by Dinsky and Paxonet. Then Stentorian, followed further away then by on the inside Studebaker. Don Rapier second last, and Frano is last of all. 800 metres out. Y1 Go Red on the outside, just in advance of Irish Grace, a length and a quarter further back to Cara Karam. Hard ridden now on the inside, striking